Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Caliga Dome, the so-called Caliga Dome of the Bishop Guertin High School Gymnasium. John Collins with Tom King, and we are getting set for this regular season basketball game between the Bishop Guertin Cardinals and the Nashua High South Panthers on Nashua's ETV.
Well, John, this is probably two of the better teams in Division I. Obviously, Guertin, the last time we saw the Cardinals, obviously it's almost a whole new team. We saw a lot of seniors come out and win a championship. And we saw Nashua South just a little while ago in a game that I've watched several times on ETV.
Yes.
You can watch it again, the North-South game. So this is one of those early season January matchups that, you wonder how things are going to turn out 2 months from now when they possibly could see each other again or at least be in the same event, the Division I state tournament.
Nashua wins the tap. Armand McCray dribbling, and he passed it to Dave Dunham. And cutting into the paint to his brother Michael, he is stuffed. Gets his own loose ball back, and Armand McCray is going to take it back out. 8-minute quarters in high school boys basketball. The South team champions of the tournament we just concluded, so we've seen a good share of South already this season.
Well, it'll be interesting how South plays this one, because remember, as Guertin gets that rebound and now Dunham steals it and puts it in.
Oh, couple of chances that time down the court for number 21, Michael Dunham. The air ball shot from his brother amounting to a pass. He was able to get the loose ball and put it in. So we have South on the board first. 2-0, the Panthers lead it, and BG commits a turnover in the offensive zone.
One of the things that is interesting, Guertin committing that turnover, but Guertin likes the fast tempo, John. I love that's Jim Meadnall's style, run that fast tempo. So how do you combat that, and do you want to let them do it and let them run themselves out of the game, or do what South's doing now, find the open man as they just did with Dunham, who's got a quick 4 points, and it's a 4-0 Panther lead.
Mike Dunham with two gimme layups. As Tom said, he almost made a steal there. He pokes it into the backcourt, and Logan Kesty is the first one to go back and
Joe
get
McCarthy. We saw him last year. Remember, he was a valuable player in that quarterfinal game.
You beat me to it.
He looks a little different, doesn't he?
Oh, you beat me to it. I was going to talk about the hairstyle difference.
The hairstyle difference. He's growing, I think, about another inch or two. Maybe he lost a little bit off the weight.
Yeah.
It looks a little different, a little bit of a different player from what
Deadly
I remember.
shooter, Joe McCarthy. Look for him to light it up later on in this game. I know he's been putting up some threes already this season from the news reports that I have read about the Bishop Guertin boys basketball team, who trail early here at home 4-0 to the visitors.
2-0, but take a look at the scoring differences. Nashua South is 2-0, 56 points, 53 points. Big disparity. They won by 23 and they won by 18. Now, go to the other side of the ledger, as Tony Johnson, the AD, provides this for us. Guertin, 2-0, 79 points, 72 points.
Big point totals.
Big, that's Guertin's game. Score and worry about the other team when you get down the floor.
Mike Dunham somehow, with 4 players around him, was able to tip that ball and get it off of a BG player out of bounds for the Panthers. Muccioli had a good look on that shot that didn't go. He's a big reason why they have scored up in the 70s both games so far this season. And so is Armand McCray.
Well, no, Guertin's the team that scored up in the 70s. Muccioli is one of the reasons they beat Nashua North in the tournament final. And a tip, I think that was by Dunham, David Dunham.
David Dunham. So the two Dunham brothers have accounted for all 6 points. Mike's got 4, David's got 2, and BG still looking for their first basket. 3-point attempt is in and out. Bradley Haller had a good look at the basket, but it just didn't go. Muccioli with an even more wide open shot. That doesn't go down. And Bishop Guertin with the rebound.
See, there's McCarthy inside with the rebound. He's going to be asked on this team to do a few different things than he did last year. Remember, he shot the ball last year. He's going to play inside, be more of a factor inside now.
McCray kicks it out to the outside. Dunham is fouled as he drives the baseline, and that's going to be on Jeffrey Lunn, number 34, which I think was worn by, was that Connor Green's number
I think
last
it was Green's number last year, yeah. Green and McClung, the two.
The Gatorade player of the year.
1-2 punch that Guertin had.
Yeah, and they're gone. And they were championship players, and it's hard to, maybe even once in a generation type of players.
Well, for Guertin, it was once in a long time. A generation is right.
State title.
First state title since 1983 when they won it last year in 2011. By the way, Happy New Year, partner.
Yes, sir. The first game for us since the clock struck 2012. Long pass. Guertin's out of sorts here, Tom. They're scoreless right now. We're 3 minutes in.
They really, really are out of sorts. It's the best description. They're out of sorts. You know, what they probably need to do, even though they love the up-tempo, is kind of slow it down a little bit, get on the scoreboard, and then start to try to see if they can pick up their game. And rely on their trapping game and their defense as they're doing right now. Muccioli trapped in the corner, and he turns it over as he steps on the end line.
You got it. It is a turnover. Out of bounds, Muccioli. Inbounding it will be Bradley Haller. What did you party a little bit too hard on New Year's Eve? You brought the New Year in with a cold?
I picked up a heck of a cold in the last 24 hours. And I just got over one a few weeks ago. Maybe just hung around and hid there. And when the ball dropped, it came right back up.
Wide open
There's
shot.
McCarthy.
Joe McCarthy misses badly
Not
to the
what
left.
we saw last year, was it?
Not at all. Muccioli stops and pops and in and out in the lane.
McCarthy did a good job to try to alter that shot, and there's his defense right there. He's got to play defense in the paint.
Yordi Tavares, a clean block on his attempt.
Boy, that
in
fast
the paint.
break is out of sync. They should have had an easy 2 there. Instead, they had to settle for a 3-pointer because they just couldn't get in sync coming down the floor.
And then Patrick Bilodeau, Tom, he had a really comfortable wide open 3, but then he seemed to rush the 2, and he missed it.
Yeah,
so it's still 6-0 Nashua
really
South.
out of sync. 4:14 to go. The team has scored 79 and 72 points. He's scoreless through the first 4 minutes of this game.
Amazing. Muccioli's drive goes nowhere. That's poked out of the hands of Cooper Paul.
Oh, there's a nice play right there. That's the athletic team that Jim Mignall likes to see. Run, get the big man running, and the big man goes right to the hoop. Draws the foul, it'll go to the line.
6'5" senior Joe
Look at how
McCarthy
he
will be at the
elevated.
line.
See him elevate for that?
Yeah.
I was surprised he didn't try to jam it down.
This could be Bishop Guertin's first point or points of the game on free throws by Joseph McCarthy.
This is the first time we've seen them, John. I don't know how deep Guertin is. You know, Jim Mignall hasn't really gone to his bench that much so far. Usually in a game like this, he's substituted 3 or 4 players in, you know, as the game has started. He's put a couple in, but still, you know, he hasn't. Remember, we used to see 5 kids go out, 5 kids come back in.
And you just use the word deep, and we see 2 6'5" sixth men come into the game. Kevin Morrissey and Jack Preston for South. McCarthy hits both of his free throws and gets his team on the board, 6-2. South thinking about the 3 is Morrissey just into the game. And also just into the game, driving with the layup, getting his own rebound back and putting it up again. Also misses a 3rd chance. Travel. Morrissey gets called for the travel. It was Jack Preston who had 2 great chances at a lay-in, and he couldn't get them to go. So the baskets have been at a premium here in the first 4.5 minutes of the game. It's in the first quarter, 3:39 remaining, 6-2. South leading the home team, the Bishop Guertin Cardinals. Beautiful looking lay-in, just didn't fall. That was Cooper Paul who couldn't get the ball through the hoop. Around the rim and out, turnover by the Panthers, and BG will inbound it right in front of us. This is Steven Toscano doing the inbounding. It's got Logan Kesty out there and also Bradley Haller.
Try to kick it into the basket.
You could.
Remember Toscano?
Toscano, the great kicker for BG, yeah. He had like 6 or 7 extra points in one game, didn't he?
And he also had a couple of those big field goals. Oh, there's a nice block.
McCarthy, 6'5", blocked by a counterpart, 6'5", Jack Preston.
Bang.
3-pointer is good by Logan Kesty.
Had to start sooner or later. They had to get their offense on track. Teams like this just need a little bit of push to get into the game, and now they're all of a sudden just 1 point down after being shut out for the first.
That was Kesty and not McCarthy, correct?
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it wasn't McCarthy.
Logan
15,
Kesty, number
Logan
15.
Kesty, yeah. McCarthy did a nice job to follow up the ball after that block, and then he got it back outside. Muccioli, now see, this is the South game. Slow it down, work for the open shot. That's the way Nate's been comfortable.
That is an open shot for Morrissey that doesn't go. Preston crashing the boards, batted it, McCarthy comes down with it. 2:25 to go.
I
first
still like
quarter.
the way South's played. They've got better looks at the basket than Guertin has.
Nice set shot there for Jordan Corbin that doesn't fall.
And a nice job by Kesty to get up in the air and try to elevate for that offensive rebound. He just couldn't hang on and lost it out of bounds.
2:21 remaining first quarter. Panthers ball to inbound, and Jack Preston has it far sideline. Batted away from him. Good one-touch pass to Kesty underneath from Toscano, and it is a out of bounds off of Bishop Guertin. Good heads-up play by Toscano. He knew just what to do with it when he got it, but not able to catch it and go right up with it was Kesty. Down court comes Tim Preston. He backs it out. Preston, this 5'11" guard. He's only a sophomore. He's number 4 in purple. Open shot for Morrissey. He took it there previously. Doesn't take this one. Muccioli with the guy guarding him on the baseline. Can't get it to go, and Muccioli hits the deck after the shot. Fast break. Logan Kesty in the paint off the glass. No good. Rebounded by the Panthers. Yordi Tavares down court.
Everybody getting good looks at the basket. It's got quite a lid on it right now, doesn't it?
Muccioli fully recovered since hitting the floor.
Look at these easy shots and tips and rebounds and layups and short jumpers that are all being missed in this basketball game.
Tip attempt by Morrissey didn't go. Tavares fouled a BG player in the backcourt as he tried to get a fast break going. Head coach Nate Mazarol for Nashua South, and Jim Mignol, who you can probably see right now as the ball's being inbounded by Joe McCarthy, right next to his coach, Jim Mignol. His assistants on BG, Marty Edwards, Peter Smilikis, Clyde Boykin, and the assistants for Nashua South are Ray DeRusha and Troy Bowen. We have a whistle underneath the basket. Is that a foul away from the ball? It is a shooting foul in this situation for Kesty. Kevin Morrissey got called for the foul.
Yeah, fouls are not being called aplenty here for two teams that play swarming defense like these two teams do.
It's
Guertin's going to be hard pressed to hit their number tonight. This tempo has been established.
70 you refer to, right?
This tempo has been established right from the start.
They scored 79 in their first game at Manchester Central, 72 at home against Londonderry.
That's surprising about last year's championship game. They won that game even when they only scored 52 points. And they lead. After all that, they lead 7-6 after their tough start.
Tim Preston has it. Good kick out pass to Preston, driving off the glass. No good.
See,
Preston tries to follow his rebound.
Look, the 6 Nashua South shot that's gone in and out.
Yeah. They've had more chances.
Had great looks at the basket. You can't complain. It just has not gone for them in this basketball game. Turns it in the hole.
Cody Wyatt's going to inbound it on a bounce to McCray, and he gets it up top to Morrissey. A minute even to go in the first quarter. Preston driving. Can't get the finger roll to fall. Loose ball fought for. We have a jump ball indication. On the defense there was Jeffrey Lunn as Preston drove the lane. It was number 34 on 34. Lunn, who is 6'6", number 34
the arrow
for BG.
goes Guertin's way, and the reason I know that is that we're behind the indicator, but the indicator has 2 lights on top of it. One to the left, one to the right.
You have deciphered the code.
Well, now I wonder because he hasn't changed it back to the other. There he goes. Now he changed it back to the other side. And the little light is on.
I wonder if that was a project that somebody did in lab. Actually, it looks like it was manufactured.
Well, I think the project that somebody's working on now is trying to get that furnace working downstairs, right?
Yeah. And the other one is to try to get the offenses heated up here. 11 on 11 over there as Cody Wyatt was guarding Nathan Chartrand.
Only 27 seconds left in the quarter. McCarthy takes a lazy shot that was blocked.
That explains why it was well short of the rim. 19 seconds to go, and BG will inbound underneath.
McCarthy's gassed. If he's taking a shot like that, he's tired.
Yeah,
you see him walking to the bench. He's pooped. Remember, he was a reserve last year. He didn't start, I don't think.
Right.
So he's not used to this many minutes.
Long shot, looked good out of the hands.
Sure did, didn't it?
Didn't fall. by Bradley Haller, number 22.
Well, this has all the makings of an early January game. You know, we were lucky in the Christmas tournament. We saw basketball that wasn't bad for early in the season. But right now, we're watching early January basketball, and it shows.
Off the glass and in by Jeffrey Lund, using that nice size to get a basket just before the seconds expire. And Nate Mazarol, the head coach of Nashua, not too happy.
1-6-6, and you know he got penetration. Nashua's big men have, South's big men have not done the job defensively. So all of a sudden, at the end of the 1 quarter, 9-6, Guertin with the lead, 9 straight points.
So here we go to the second quarter play. John Collins with Tom King. Frank Wallant is handling our camera tonight on Nashua's ETV broadcast as we record this. As Tom said, the first week of January, and a little cooler in the gym than we're accustomed to, but I'm sure it's just perfect for the players.
A lot colder outside than we're accustomed to, too.
A little bit of a drop, but still none of the white stuff.
Strange feeling to this January. Strange feeling to this basketball game because South, I think, it's their tempo, and they just haven't hit their shots. And Guertin has tried to up the tempo, and hit a couple of jumpers, and that's allowed them to get the lead. But at the same time, they only have 1 3 from the floor, and Logan Kesty, the leading scorer in the ball game, with 5 points.
Our officials in today's game, Peter Urquhart, who you see handing the basketball there to Armand McCray, and his co-official is Tony LaMonica, who is baseline right now underneath the Bishop Guertin basket as we are underway in the second quarter. 9-6, the home team, Bishop Guertin, leading Nashua South. Morrissey with the up fake, puts it to the floor. Now McCray trying to find an opening, gets it inside to Preston, loses the handle, and Lund gives it off to Bradley Haller. Puts the brakes on, thinking about the open shot. Chartrand drives and kicks it back to Haller. Bullet pass underneath off the glass and into Lund.
Great pass to Lund. Great pass by Chartrand.
And Chartrand tries for the steal right after his great pass. Preston with a little nice behind the back dazzle there.
Was it Chartrand that made that pass, or was it Bradley Haller? I'm not sure.
McCray with the shot is short. Standing right there for the rebound is Lund. 11-6. Bishop Guertin has put a little distance between themselves and South, who led 6-0 at the beginning of the game. 11 points unanswered, I believe. Two big men battling underneath there were Lund and Preston gets called for the foul.
Wait, if you look at Lund, you look at him, he's a junior. He looks like he's an 8th grader.
Yeah.
But he's big, but deceptively so. And you don't expect a whole lot out of him. And then all of a sudden he gets the basketball and boom, he's gone. It's quick.
Right.
And he's tough.
Haller. Chartrand.
Nice, that's practice. It's an inbounds play. They run off of practice. Nice play.
Biggest lead of the game for Guertin. They're ahead by 7, 13-6 as South. Tim Preston walks it down the court. Has some people clear out, drives the lane and hits his teammate Dunham, but he runs out of real estate underneath the backboard.
Nash was locking the South, locking the polish inside. Guertin with some good interior defense that has made South think about what they're doing offensively, but that time they should have had 2 points.
Yeah, Mike Dunham might have lost the handle on it too as he went up. Open three taken by Bradley Haller, rattles off the rim.
Right behind us, right in front. We're right behind that shot. Sure looked like it was on target, but no.
Muccioli gets fouled and it doesn't drop.
And there's a microcosm of this game for South.
Yeah.
Muccioli with a great play, gets the look he wants, gets the shot up, rolls off the rim.
Right. It seemed to be halfway in and then it was out.
And then it was out. He's got to settle for 2 free throws with 6:08 to play in the half, 13-6, favor of the Cardinals.
Only the second team foul against Bishop Guertin. 6:08 remaining in the half. Muccioli is able to hit the first of 2. 13-7 now and trying to make it a 5-point game. So South trails by 5 as Guertin inbounds it with 6 minutes even left to go in the half. Calling a play far sideline is Haller. Haller doing it without hollering.
Yep.
Chartrand Actually, that's into the game.
McCarthy gave up a shot.
Driving his hauler. There's the pass to Dunham and Lund puts it home.
Nice pass by Haller to Lund. Haller has made 2 great assists in this game, but what I love about Lund is once he gets the ball in the pass, he's on the move. He doesn't hesitate one bit. It was right to the basket.
He's been an effective big man underneath. Put back by Mike Dunham.
Finally.
Yeah. 2 points for Mike Dunham underneath, working hard still, even though a lot of shots haven't been falling.
John, I think South had gone, I'd have to say they were just under 6 minutes when they scored to make it 6-0 left in the quarter, so they played 5. I think they've gone over 8 minutes without a point until that basket.
Mike Dunham got called for the foul. Joe McCarthy.
Usually, Guertin teams who get a team that's scoreless like that will run the other team out of the gym and be, run away and hide by that point. That hasn't happened yet.
Joe McCarthy looked a little bit shaken up when he got off the floor, but now he seems none the worse for wear with the ball in the paint. Kicks it out to Chartrand, back to McCarthy for a 3. Gets it to go.
That's the shot we saw last year.
That was such a weapon in the championship game up at UNH.
And in that game with Spalding here. Remember?
That's right. He was a hero of that game,
yep.
too. 18-10. Beachy now leading by 8 points as Louis Michioli fires and misses long. Rebounded by Tavares, but gets called for the over-the-top foul on the offensive board.
No over the top. The ball went over the top of the backboard. That was the over the top. Went up over the board. No foul. It just was a turnover.
4.5 minutes to go in the half. Wide open shot doesn't go for Bradley Haller.
Not a bad look for Haller. He had a great look right there. They let him take it. They let him take it. Nice block by McCarthy.
And he also comes away with the ball.
He's going all the way.
Break.
No.
Tough break for Logan.
Yeah, that was a bad decision by McCarthy. You really didn't have a wide open trailer. What he needed to do was just take the ball. He was going so fast.
Yeah.
He just needed to take the ball to the basket and see what happened. Let it play itself out.
Maybe he could have faked that pass and not made it and went up with it.
Yeah,
it's so easy after
try to get so fancy like that. I would just go up with it.
Muccioli triple team.
Muccioli with an offensive foul as he pushed away.
I think the official Tony LaMonica took just an extra second, and the fans who were already protesting and said, "Did I just see that?" Yes, I did. Whistle.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. And so the emphatic elbow gets called there by Louis Muccioli. And things not going the Panthers' way. They right now they led 6-0 to begin the game. Bishop Guertin very cold to begin the game.
At that time,
very high bounce. Fought for Tim Preston, can't corral it. Chartrand tried the turnaround hook. That didn't go, and now Preston dribbles it down court. Up ahead to Mike Dunham.
So Guertin now missing some opportunities. They could be up by 20, but by 14, 15 points at this point in the game. They're only up 18-10 with 3:44 left to play in the half.
Armand McCray gets guarded by Chartrand. A leaner as Dave Dunham runs over the opposition and
will not count.
An offensive foul. Pretty easy.
Nothing happening right for Nashua South. Funny, John, you could say that, maybe South a little letdown after the big emotional letdown after the big win over North in the tournament game, but at the same time, they started the game out with a 6-0 lead. And we had great looks at the basket after that.
Yeah.
So I'm curious to see what the reaction is. Nate will talk to them at halftime and try to get them back on track. But I'll tell you what, for a South Guertin game, when both teams are very good, this is a very placid atmosphere here at the Polygonum. Not really doesn't have that intensity that I think it really should. And I think it's part of it. It's just early January.
Yeah. Mike Dunham slaps at the inbound pass by McCarthy and knocks it out of bounds again.
I call it reality day, the day that you go back to work in school in January. And that's what it is. Right after the holidays, it's reality day. Oh, McCarthy just can't get control of the ball. Never had it.
Really. Cody Wyatt just into the game for Tim Preston.
Missed opportunities right here for Guertin. They really should be up by a lot more than just the 8 points the way that they've been able to keep South off the scoreboard.
McCray's shot goes out of bounds off of a purple player, and Bishop Guertin will get to inbound it. Underneath the basket is Cooper Paul, a 6'2" senior guard. Will do the inbounding. 3:10 to go in the half. 18-10. Guertin enjoys an 8-point lead. Yordi Tavares working hard, trying to get a steal.
You know, that's what South's got to do. They've got to play defense and not worry about what they're doing on the other end of the floor. They've got to let their defense get them back in the game. How many times have I said that when we've done a game? If you're not working offensively, if it's not working for you, let your defense do it. There's a perfect example with a great play by Dunham. David Dunham with the steal, and he's got 4 points in the ballgame.
Wow, did they have to make you look that right so quickly?
I'm telling you, it's
David Dunham steals it and lays it in, and now it's bounced off the foot of a BG player. Fortunately for the Cardinals, they maintain possession.
It's scary, isn't it?
Yes. Coach King rears his head
again. It's just scary.
Open shot for Chartrand. No. Tipped. Pair of 14s doing battle underneath. Steve Toscano and Yordi Tavares.
I'll tell you what Guertin needs. Tell you what.
More Lund.
Yeah, they're not the same team without Lund in the game.
Armand McCray with it. 2.5 minutes to go in the half.
Post him up, let him move. He's very quick with the ball.
Armand McCray being guarded by Bradley Haller. Mike Dunham fakes the pass to his brother Dave. Yordi Tavares, top of the key, being guarded by Toscano. A clean steal by Cooper Paul and lays it in.
Same thing when your offense isn't going, use your defense, and Cooper Paul's. That's the Guertin game. That's the up-tempo Guertin game that Jim Mignault likes. Get turnovers, create havoc, beat the press, run up the floor, and get easy baskets. 20-12 with that timeout by Nashua South. 2:14 left to play here in the first half. Tom King along with John Collins. Frank Wallet on camera. Pete Johnson's our executive producer.
When Cooper Paul fills out the form that says last name first and first name last, do you think that it raises questions? Paul Cooper.
Well, I mean, always raises questions with me, King Tom King.
Yeah. King Tom. Oh, the truth comes out.
You never know. You know?
In your own castle, that's true, right?
That's true.
Compound.
That's true.
20-12. That is the year. 20-12. Right
That's
now.
right.
Yeah,
Not
I knew
bad.
that looked
Very
familiar.
Good. Yeah, exactly.
We just begun, and
I haven't written a check yet, so I'm not.
Oh, it's not officially.
It's not. I haven't, got it ingrained in my mind. It's been a while for 2011.
The home team has 20, and the visiting team has 12 at the moment. With, let's see, they do that thing where they wipe out the game clock to do the timeout clock. Now it's back. 2:14 remaining.
I guess the next big date that everybody was looking at is December 12th. 12-12-12. Right.
12.
Right.
Armand McCray takes it down court. We're at the 2-minute mark of remaining in the first half. Deflected pass. Dave Dunham has it. Threads the needle with a bouncer to McCray. He's going to back it out. No shot clock in high school boys basketball. McCray drives the lane, loses the handle though. Chartrand fast break. Blocked by Dave Dunham. Rebound by Toscano for BG.
Great athletic play by Dunham and a lousy pass. It's going to give it. Oh, and right back.
A pair of steals. BG make that 3 steals in a row. Tavares with it. Muccioli has it. A minute and a half left.
Give it up 3 times. Great defense by South to stay with it. Muccioli gets to the basket, the foul. That's about a 15. Feels like a 15-point swing. I mean, Guertin had how many opportunities? And now all of a sudden, the 3-point play is going to get South back in this game. And Jim Mignault just has to stand there with his hands on his hips and shake his head.
Well, we just found out how many Nashua fans are in the gym as they let out a roar when Luis Muccioli converted on that.
It's about time somebody let out a roar.
Yeah, well, that was the biggest offensive play of the game for Nashua South.
Muccioli with a 3-point play. He now has 5 points in this game.
A touchdown pass to Kesty.
A nice block. Look at that. Nice play by Tavares.
Muccioli tries to go between the legs. It's double teamed. Armand McCray. I think Coach Mignault for BG wanted a travel or some sort of a turnover there by Muccioli. Didn't get the call. McCray uses the shoulder to make some room. And again, the layup just goes in and out. It won't go for the Panthers. It's been a story all night.
I think what Coach Mignault wanted was his player to make a layup. And he's not happy at all with Cooper Paul. Because Paul was careless with the basketball coming up the floor. And then he like most players do once they lose it, gets called for a foul. We're still not at the limit. It's a very fast first half of basketball. 53 seconds to play. 20-15 Guertin.
Armin McCray spinning around top of the key.
He almost spun around too far.
Yeah. Open shot, Dave Dunham.
Good from here, nope.
Doesn't go. Chartrand ahead to Cooper Paul. A shot from the baseline.
Well, that's the right
by Bradley Holler.
That's the right decision for Cooper Paul. That was the right decision. Go down, look for the open man. He's right behind you. Great. Flip it to him and he'll hit the shot.
Bishop Guertin is ahead 22-15 with 20 seconds to go. The Panthers trying to cut into a 7-point deficit here in the waning seconds of the first half. 15 seconds. Muccioli taking more time off the clock at midcourt, being guarded by Chartrand. Shuffles to his right between the legs. 5 seconds out of bounds.
Great defense by Holler. Holler playing some good D with 4.1 seconds left. Nobody's sagging off their man here.
They're probably going to swing it around to Mike Dunham for the final shot.
Well, they're going to make it tough.
And Mike Dunham's got it, and he's going to launch it. Doesn't go, that's going to do it.
Now, see that? They really should have been a little bit tighter on Dunham. You know, Cooper Paul let him take that shot. Paul went up, but he's got to know that Dunham is on that side, and he was all there. Paul was there alone.
Yeah.
So then he sees the pass, and he comes up and he makes the play, but
could have made it a 4-point deficit. Instead, it remains at 7 at the half.
All right, both teams leaving points on the floor here at halftime, 22-15 in favor of Bishop Guertin. We'll take a break, and we will be back with the second half right after this.
I'm Jeff Gordon, warning parents about pertussis. What's that? Well, imagine a cough barreling through your infant's body at up to 100 miles per hour, with enough force to make him gasp for air. Again and again, for weeks, even months. Pertussis, or whooping cough, is potentially fatal. Now imagine you gave this to your baby. Parents most often spread pertussis, and even when babies themselves are vaccinated, they're probably not protected till they've had at least 3 doses. I'm working with March of Dimes to urge you to help protect your baby by protecting yourself. Ask your healthcare provider about the adult pertussis vaccine now, because we can't stop pertussis fast enough.
Welcome back, everybody, to the second half of this game between Nashua High South and the home team, the Bishop Guertin Cardinals. I'm John Collins with Tom King. Frank Wallant is handling our camera here on Nashua ZTV. The score as we begin the second half is BG 22, Nashua 15. Both teams off their usual scoring pace, Tom.
Well, Jeff Love with 6 points leads Guertin. Logan Kesty has 5, and so does Joe McCarthy for Nashua South. Mike Dunham's got 6 in the lead, and Dave Dunham has 4. I think he's got 4. Muccioli with 5.
Logan Kesty starts things off with an exclamation
added
point
to
for
his
Bishop
total.
Guertin.
Just added to his total now. He's got 7 points.
24-15. BG has scored over 70 points in their first 2 games. They were on pace to only score 44 in this game.
Oh, boy, I'll tell you, this is a tempo that South likes, but not right now.
Joe McCarthy can't get it up over the rim. Yordi Tavares absorbs some contact.
Tough foul. McCarthy, tough layup to miss because you get that and you're up 26-15. And automatically you've got South on the defensive, because I guarantee you, if McCarthy hit that layup, you're going to see Nate Mazurel call a timeout.
Yordi Tavares inbounds it in the backcourt. Armin McCray brings it up. Just underway, third quarter. Nashua South finds themselves trailing by 9 points. They were ahead 6-0 at the very beginning of this, and then BG took over. Armin McCray driving the lane. Gets fouled and hits the deck. Number 3, Armin McCray, who had a terrific season running the football for Nashua High South as a running back. Or number 2 in football.
Yep, now number 3 in basketball.
He had the deep waist bend, but not the deep knee
Had a
bend
good
that
follow
Coach
through.
King recommends.
Got to get that knee bend. You know, get a little legs in it, the elevation. Follow through, kind of.
There's some knee.
There's the knee bend, and there's the follow through, and there's the swish. See?
There you go.
That's it, you know?
One follows the other.
Right.
So Armand gets 1 of 2 and makes it an 8-point
Oh, and
game.
a tough turnover. Unforced errors, as we like to call those.
Coach Mignault is being heard.
Yes.
He's got Sam Kinison volume going
Yeah,
tonight.
he does, and Cooper Paul is the victim of his wrath.
Matter of fact, if you put a long coat on, well, anyway, I digress. Yordi Tavares with the ball at the foul line. To the right now goes David Dunham, kicks it back out to Armand McCray, top of the key. You don't see Louis Muccioli handling the ball.
A nice pass.
Yordi Tavares.
Great
the upfake,
pass
and
by
puts it
Mike
away.
Dunham for Tavares.
6-point game now, 24-18. BG with the 6-point lead and the balls. McCarthy drives the paint, can't get it to fall. Crashing for his own miss.
He's having a tough start to the half and coming out now, which is probably a good thing. Get him out, get him settled down. And who's in the game? Mr. Lund.
Jeff Lund, who was a big factor in the first half.
Foul on McCarthy. You know what Bishop Guertin is doing this year that we haven't seen him do in the past? Hold on, I'll tell you in a second.
Deflected pass finally makes its way to Mike Dunham. BG able to get the loose ball, but they throw it away.
They are out of control offensively. They're looking for a quick transition basket, but the sign of a good
made the catch over
the
there.
sign of a good team is don't force it. You know. So what Guertin's doing, John, to help us out, the foul, personal foul on the board, individual foul total.
Oh, is that new?
McCarthy just got whistled for a foul, number 5. Foul 1, first personal. Sometimes we can't hear it when they announce it.
More
Usually
information.
usually they don't do it, but now they do.
Difficult pass by
Mr.
Dave
Lund
Dunham.
with a big block.
Muccioli's shot gets
Unfortunately-
blocked by Lund.
See, what you got to do in that situation if you're Chartrand is learn to pull back. And that's what Mignault's telling him. Don't force it. Learn to pull back. And he commits the foul after the turnover.
Nate
The
Chartrand
road
got
is
called for the
the
backcourt
basketball
foul.
road is littered with players who have turned the ball over and committed a foul after they've done it.
Where is the basketball road?
I don't think it goes by my house. I know
Does
that.
it go? Maybe it goes through French Lick. Is that like in the middle of the country
yeah,
somewhere?
it could be.
Louis Muccioli driving the paint. Pushed off too much. He got called for an elbow handling the ball earlier. Now he gets called for
Well,
a fist.
Monica's got something against me. I think he's looking for it with Muccioli, don't you? I think he's looking for the call. I really do. I think he knows the player has a tendency for it, and he's going to call it.
He draws it out of him. Tony LaMonica, our official who whistled that infraction, also working with fellow official Peter Urquhart in today's game. Open shot from downtown. Doesn't
Look
go
at
for
Lund
Bradley
get up for
Holler.
the rebound. Oh, my, he gets stuffed.
Dave Dunham with the rejection. Here comes Yordi Tavares. 5.5 minutes to go in the third quarter. Tim Preston holding the ball.
You were looking down. You should have seen how high Lund got up for that rebound. Watch out, Tavares with an open shot. He's deadly there.
And he hits it. That makes it
24-20 with 5:09 to play in the quarter.
so Nashua back in this one, only 4 points down.
Here's Lund. Now
using
see-
the shoulder, bashing. The
that's not
referees let
Lund's
him
game.
play.
That's not Lund's game. Lund is a cutter. Lund goes to the basket. Lund doesn't try to ease his way to the basket. That time he did the right thing. He put the ball up right away and got fouled, and he'll go to the line for 2.
Now,
But
Louis-
Guertin being stymied offensively. They're up only 4 points so far in this quarter. It's 24-20. But this is not, this is not the Guertin score that they want to see here.
Jeff Lund with the first of 2 makes
So-
it a 5-point lead.
So South's
25-20.
got that battle settled. It's their game, their tempo. It's their tempo. Now they just have to turn it into their game.
Louis Muccioli, as soon as he committed that foul, Tom, he turned and went to the bench because he knew he had at least 3. Cody Wyatt into the game for him. And Lund hits them both. They retake a 6-point lead. The home team, Bishop Guertin, is on top. Tim Preston with the basketball. Walking it up, being guarded by Steven Toscano. Puts the brakes on, now tries the right lane again. Tavares finds some room and gets fouled. Yordi Tavares.
McCarthy, I believe, with the foul. No, they're going to call it on Jeff Lund. It's number 2 on Lund.
Jeffrey Lund, 6'6", 190-pound center. He is only a junior, number 34, making his presence felt so far in this game, but commits a foul here on Tavares, who's at the line to shoot a couple. Hits the first. Elects to go with some wrist action in his free throws. A lot of wrist action from Yordi Tavares. Just flicks it home. 26-21. Gets them both. 26-22. 4-point lead for Bishop Guertin. Forecourt pressure being applied. Backcourt pressure for Bishop Guertin handling the ball. The shot is missed. Cody Wyatt with the long rebound. And Tim Preston's going to walk it down court again. Tim Preston is a sophomore guard with the basketball right now. Stops and pops. Off the backboard, no good. Down court comes Cooper Paul. Long pass intercepted by Tim Preston. Hits the deck and keeps coming back off the glass. And Tavares gets fouled. Dunn is going to pick up his. Excuse me, Jeffrey Lund picks up his third.
That's a big call with Lund getting his third foul. Cooper Paul, again, feeling the wrath. Doesn't even turn back to look at Mr. Bignall, who also is letting Steve Toscano have it. Nashua South can close to within 2 here with this pair of free throws by a guy who's really played a great third quarter, Yordi Tavares.
That happened over here, the conversation between Coach Mignol and Steve Toscano. And he was talking about if he held on to the ball, he could have got a layup out of it instead of passing it. And hitting his free throws, making it a 2-point game. Tavares, 26-24. BG clinging now to a 2-point lead.
So next time, watch Toscano trying to get a layup with 3 purple jerseys around him, force the shot up. But coach,
sliding with the basketball.
Guertin has got some turnover problems now. They are turning the ball over, giving it away to South. It's a big, big swing.
They could tie it right now.
They could tie, exactly. Nashua South saying thank you very much. We got a chance to tie, and that shot is gonna thought it was gonna do it. Nice
Preston's
soft
shot goes in and out. Fast break, Holler ahead of the field. The backboard is swaying as McCarthy puts it in. 4-point lead again for Bishop Guertin. Nice follow by McCarthy.
A lot of basketball athleticism there, and maybe the best part of it was by McCarthy, who flew through the air with the greatest of ease through the lane and made that tip in for the basket. That's a big hoop for Guertin. McCarthy needed that,
Morrissey faking a couple of moves, now kicks the pass back out to Preston. Tavares with it, going to work on Cooper Paul. Stolen by Guertin. Down court comes Bradley Holler in traffic. Bounce pass gets away from McCarthy.
Got to be better at handling the basketball and be aware. That's the one thing that this Guertin team should do better in March than they're not doing now, is be aware of the passing. So be ready to get the basketball if you're on a fast break.
Preston gets fouled in the lane by Austin Seremi.
Yeah, swat foul by Seremi, who's just in the game. We haven't seen him play.
Lund's foul trouble, I think, has brought Seremi, 6'3" senior, number 33 for Bishop Guertin. Tim Preston now shooting some free throws. His team is down by 4, make it down by 3 as Preston hits the first of 2. Sophomore guard for Nashua South has handled the ball for a lot of minutes here tonight. We are in the waning minutes of the third quarter, 2:50 to go. Preston calmly hits both his free throws, and again, it's a 2-point lead for Bishop Guertin, and South trying to come up with a stop and a basket to tie things up, but a great drive. No finish, though. Jump ball, possession arrow goes to Bishop Guertin.
No, to Nashua.
Nashua's on this side of the
Right.
court, shooting on this side of the court.
The little red light.
Yeah.
The little red light on top of the arrow machine tells us that it's going to be Nashua's ball.
Cody Wyatt's going to inbound it. After that turnover, the Panthers have a chance to tie it. Preston ahead of the field. Behind the back pass cannot connect with
Boy,
Preston.
you wonder if Nashua South is ever going to tie this basketball game.
McCarthy trying to put some more distance.
That would have been a big one if he had hit that. Nice try by Chartrand to stay after it.
Saving it is Haller. Chartrand off the glass, no good.
No.
Chartrand gets the rebound, spins it off the glass and in. Nate Chartrand.
That time he made the right play. You know, he pulled up earlier when I think he should have taken it to the basket, and that time he followed up the shot and went right to the hoop.
Preston.
Follow the bouncy ball, John. It's going in all sorts of different directions in this basketball game.
Preston has it now, working on McCarthy. Bounce pass to Wyatt, who's being guarded by Haller. Tavares, very tightly guarded, gets the ball away and in.
Yordi Tavares is having an excellent third quarter.
Again, they cut the lead to 2.
6
Nashua
points
South.
in this quarter. He's got 8 for the game.
In and out on the three-point attempt by Cooper Paul. Down comes Preston. Off the glass, no good. Tavares rebound. It's Morrissey that gets a chance to put it in. Morrissey gets fouled and it goes. And if Morrissey hits the shot, it will be a 1-point lead for Nashua South.
Finally.
They tie it up.
My goodness, all those easy chances.
Sarimi comes out of the game, and in comes Logan Kesty. Logan Kesty and Joe McCarthy.
Those are Morrissey's first 2 points of the game, believe it or not. All the activity he's had underneath the basket.
Cooper Paul, Bradley Haller, and Nate Chartrand round out the 5 on the floor for Bishop Guertin.
And now guess who's in front? And you know why they're in front?
Nashua South's in front.
You know why? The tempo. It finally has given them the game.
Kesty finds the lane and gets fouled as he goes to the hoop, trailing by 1, has a chance to go to the line and tie it.
Guertin can't run their fluid, fast break tempo in this game because South is very good defensively.
It was a shooting situation. So 8 fouls against Bishop Guertin in the penalty. And to the line is Logan Kesty, shooting 2. His team trailing by a point, 31-30 with 1:14 remaining in the third quarter. On the floor for Nashua South, you have Cody Wyatt. He hits the first, and it's a tie game at 31. Cody Wyatt, Tim Preston, Kevin Morrissey, Jack Preston, and Armand McCray are on the floor. So does South have 2 brother teams, the Prestons and the Dunhams? Or Tim and Jack? Jack has the rebound.
To replace the other team they had last year, Muccioli.
Right. Had brothers on the team. McCray walks it down court. We're still tied at 31 all with a minute to go in the third quarter. This has developed into a great game. Sloppily played at times, at least the shooting accuracy end of it.
I don't like that call. I don't know about that. I think he lost control of it. I don't think there was that much contact on that play.
Logan Kesty gets whistled for a foul instead of getting credited with a steal.
Jim Meadolph's letting Urquhart know that. He's saying, there was no contact there. They just lost. He just spun and turned and lost the ball. 31-31, 55.5 seconds left to play in the quarter. Guertin at one point had a 9-point lead.
Morrissey checks out and Mike Dunham checks into the game. Around the rim and in. It is a 32-31 lead as Preston gets set to shoot the second of the 2 free throws.
Believe it or not, that's his first point of the game. All the times we've called his name.
Yeah.
By my calculations, anyway.
South with their biggest lead since early in the game. 33-31, they're up by 2. Bishop Guertin driving the lane, off the glass, no good. A great chance for Cooper Paul, didn't fall. Tim Preston skies for the rebound, sets up McCray in the corner. Preston thinking about the shot outside the 3-point line, gives it to Jack Preston, his brother, underneath to McCray, back out to Jack. And Mike Dunham calling for Tim Preston to come get the ball. Instead, he drives the lane, bounce past Jack Preston, puts it in. It took a while, but it fell, and it's a 4-point lead for the Panthers of Nashua South.
What a turnaround in this quarter. Guertin being challenged at all spots on the floor.
Foul. Tim Preston trying to deny Steve Toscano. The ball gets whistled for a foul with 8.6 seconds to go in the third quarter.
Well, what's happened is Nashua South is getting some easy looks inside that are falling now that they weren't falling earlier in the game.
It was a 7-point lead, Tom, for BG at the beginning of the third quarter.
Well,
now they're down 4.
It was actually a 9-point lead because remember, oh, that could be a 3-point. He was passing the ball, and
it was 22-15.
Kesty is upset because he knows he had just decided to elevate and take the shot that he wanted to. He would have been fouled and he would be out the line for 3.
There's 1 tick left on the clock, and Kesty's got to let it go.
He's going to make it. No.
Doesn't fall, so might have counted. 35-31. Nashua South has turned things around. They trailed 22-15 at the half.
And it was 24-15 at one point, so.
Was it 24?
And then McCarthy missed.
When they came out.
Remember, McCarthy.
The first shot of the Logan Kesty with a 2-pointer.
They went up 22-15 at the half.
It was 24-15
immediately. And then McCarthy misses an easy shot. And I said, it was a 3. I said, if that had gone, timeout South, and they had to start all over again, whatever they told them at halftime.
Would have been an 11-point lead.
Would have been an 11-point lead, maybe a 12-point lead. And it was a layup. This was a layup. It was a fast break layup by McCarthy. And it would have been a 11-point lead, and things were going. The tempo would have changed for Guertin and everything else. And now, all of a sudden, what is it now? 35-31.
Yeah, so that means that South outscored Guertin in the third quarter by about roughly 15-9.
And don't forget that nearly 8 minutes South went without a field goal, without a basket, without a point.
No, 20-9
in the first half.
20 points for Nashua South in that third quarter. And you know what? I was commenting about Nate Mazerol. Coach Mazerol didn't allow his team enough time to shoot around at the beginning of the third quarter because he talked to them for so long in the locker room. Whatever he said,
it worked.
Because they came out and scored 20 points in the third quarter, and they've taken a 4-point lead. Now we go to the fourth quarter. BG on their home court. Chartrand driving the lane, hands it off to McCarthy. Off the glass, gets fouled. And it's on Jack Preston.
McCarthy's getting a lot of good looks. He just needs to be able to finish. And that time he was fortunate that he got the foul.
So McCarthy's at the line. His team's trailing by 4 points.
All right, the big players in that quarter were Jack Preston, Kevin Morrissey, and Yordi Tavares for the Panthers. Tavares had 8 points in that quarter.
McCarthy, nice form, hits the first. 35-32.
All 8 of his points.
BG trailing by 3 as Joe gets set to try the second of 2.
McCarthy with 8 right now, going for 9.
Has it. A 2-point game. South with the ball. Full court pressure by Guertin. And McCray breaks it. Heavy contact. Jack Preston and Logan Kesty collided.
Wow, with that kind of contact, usually it goes the other way. And this one is a foul.
Third personal on Jack Preston, and he's got to come out.
Panthers,
Into the game comes David Dunham.
Nate Maswell saying, hey, look, don't worry about it. You're playing great out there, kid. 7:41 to play in the game.
So in the game for South, the Dunham brothers and Tim Preston, Armand McCray, and Louis Muccioli. For BG, it's Nate Chartrand, Steve Toscano, Cooper Paul, Joe McCarthy, and down here in the right baseline, Logan Kesty. Chartrand driving. He hits Cooper Paul off the glass, gets fouled, and will probably go to the line because he was in the act of shooting.
He was in the act, no doubt about it.
Plus, that's 17 fouls against the visitors from Nashua.
Well, they're both in the penalty now, so we're going to see some foul shooting down the stretch.
Who's that favorite?
I don't know. I mean, who's the better foul shooting team?
Still January, we don't know yet. 7.5 minutes to go in the game, barring OT. 1 point away now. Bishop Guertin can tie it with this free throw here by Cooper Paul. It's tied, 35 all. Armand McCray, full court pressure, puts the brakes on. They're running out of seconds to get it out of the backcourt. They do. Muccioli.
Muccioli's been quiet.
Mike Dunham bounce pass underneath, but quickly Joe McCarthy puts the clamps on the shorter McCray. And so he can't try any turnarounds under there. Tim Preston, bounce pass. Dave Dunham twisting and turning.
Good defense by Kesty. You wouldn't let Dunham go around him.
Tie game at 35 all. Which team will be the first to break the tie, take the lead? Mike Dunham passes up the shot from there.
He's got to take it.
Long on the shot.
I think he was surprised. No foul called on that play.
Cooper Paul went up so high, he had a little bit of a touch on the arm from Dave Dunham and lost his balance.
Yeah, I thought they would have called the foul on Dunham.
A little bit of a touch, not enough apparently for the official.
Evidently not, because that contact certainly caused him to fall.
That's exactly what caused him.
The floor. I mean, if the contact didn't bother him at all, you would say, let it go. But that contact caused him to fall down.
Out of bounds.
35 apiece. We're getting the game here, huh?
Yes. Under 7 minutes to go.
I just wish the people in the gym realized it. I mean, there's no cheering. There's nothing. No stomping. No. Oh, come on.
You want stomping, huh?
I want everything here. This is South Guertin. Let's go here.
Armand McCray, fluid, a smooth-looking two, and he puts his team ahead, 37-35.
Well, he's had a couple of looks at the basket. It was,
McCarthy for three.
McCarthy. Oh, my.
Rattles it home. Joe McCarthy gives his team the lead. Get on the seesaw, everybody. It's a 38-37 lead for Bishop Guertin. They're up by one now. Muccioli with it.
Again, though, John, not the point total that Guertin likes. 38 points with 6:05 to play for a team that's in the 70s routinely.
Block. Ooh. That's going to be on Chartrand.
I would say it was Chartrand, not McCarthy. Yeah, Chartrand on the reach. Yeah.
6:01 remaining.
Now they're at the 10 fouls, so the 1-on-1 stopping and become 2, I believe.
Okay. And Lewis has a chance to give his team the lead if he can hit them both. He has tied it at 38.
Muccioli's an excellent free throw shooter. He's not going to miss those. He's got 4 free throws in the game. He's only got 6 points, though. He's been quiet in this game. Remember how he lit it up against North?
Right. Louis Muccioli gets it to go for a 1-point Nashua South lead, 39-38. Cooper Paul trotting down court with the basketball. We're on a seesaw right now, 1-point differential.
Ooh,
McCarthy can't get the three to fall.
I really would have wanted to take.
A fadeaway by McCarthy.
Not the shot you want him to take, not there.
And Muccioli with it, calling a play, bounces it into Dunham. The turnaround is an air ball.
Nope, not the play, not the pass either.
Muccioli did a great job of getting back on defense.
That's a jump ball, it's going to go to South.
Steve Toscano tried to call a timeout while somebody else was fighting for the basketball.
Jim Ringnault's arguing what the arrow should be. He says, didn't that arrow change from the last time? Now it's changed back to Guertin.
Tim Preston will bounce it down court. 5.5 minutes left. South is leading 39-38, trying to add to it here, this time down the court. Mike Dunham
too much
kicks
space
it back
on defense. South's getting a lot of room to operate here.
Muccioli being guarded by Steve Toscano.
Look at that space in the middle.
Yeah, he could have tried to go by him. Dave Dunham bounced pass to his brother Mike, driving to the right.
Muccioli's got to help him out. Now Muccioli can turn.
Bounce pass.
Exactly
Tavares.
That space in the middle is where the defense broke down.
41-38. The Panthers of Nashua South are up by 3 with 4:45 left in the game.
That space allowed Muccioli to operate. That's the space I was talking about.
Cooper Paul, lane, off the glass, in. 1-point game. Cooper Paul with 2. It's 41-40 Nashua South. Here comes Tim Preston. 4.5 minutes left. Goes behind the back, being guarded by Bradley Haller. Mike Dunham goes by his defender, tries to bounce pass, thread one through, and it hits some legs and feet and jersey and goes out of bounds off of Bishop Guertin.
McCarthy didn't like that call at all.
Sometimes officials must guess. Ball goes in a tangle of legs like that, and it goes out of bounds. Tavares with it.
Out comes Kesty. I don't know. Kesty's a gamer. Right? Maybe he needs a breather. He's a little winded.
We have Kesty and Testy over here. I mean, Jim Mignol's been a little bit testy all night.
Oh yeah, no doubt about it. That's good. Kesty and Testy. We'll see how Testy Mignol is after the game.
Long inbounds pass to Jack Preston. He's going to hand it off to brother Tim. And
Get
he
the
holds
ball
it.
in Tavares' hands, I think. Nope.
It's Kevin Morrissey, a turnaround right-hander, doesn't go.
Yeah, Morrissey's not really that big of an offensive player, so they want Muccioli back in the game.
South leading by a point, BG trailing by a point with the basketball.
The hot hand for South is Tavares. I want him to touch the ball when they go down.
Cooper Paul backs it out, being guarded by Morrissey. Now Joe McCarthy is the big shot taker for BG.
Now Holler's a big shot taker there.
McCarthy in the right spot for the rebound, trying to hand it off to Cooper Paul. Backs it out. 3:40 left. BG trailing by a point, 41-40. We're on Bishop Guertin's home court, the Caliga
There's
Dome.
the cutter.
Toscano running out of room. No, he gets it off the glass.
Nice cut by Toscano. And he did the right thing. He put the ball up.
Guertin's up by one, 42-41. Nate Mazerol of Nashua South calls timeout.
Toscano did a great job moving without the ball. That play begged for a cutter. He said, okay, I'll be the guy, and he goes in. And then he finds himself, well, what do I do? And you know what? When you're in that situation, put the ball up strong in the basket. If you get fouled, you get fouled. If you get blocked, you get blocked. Maybe the other defender will lay off, and he doesn't want to foul you, and he'll let you have 2 points, and that's exactly what happened.
Yeah, so what's the worst that could happen?
Yeah.
Actually, probably a skunk could come in and on the court or something.
You got 2 out of 3 things that can happen to you in that situation. 2 of them are good for you, one's bad. So
yeah, and he converted, so he gives his team a 1-point lead.
With, we don't know the time because as they do here at Guertin, they run the time down for the timeout. Yeah. I believe it was just under 4. Was it 3.5 minutes to play?
Right.
Somewhere around there. 42-41 in favor of the Cardinals. Right now, lead for Guertin, tempo for South. Been that way most of the game.
And a cardiology appointment for Coach Mignol after this is over.
No, I think he's got. I think there's the doctor on the bench somewhere secretly there every game.
That's good. I like the passion. I'm just concerned. Is that a steal by Toscano?
Toscano playing a strong game.
Chance to put his team up 3 or 4.
He can do a little bit more than just kick, can't he?
Near side, Cooper Paul, long cross-court pass to Nate Chartrand. McCarthy can score from there, but passes it to Toscano.
He needs to be able to post somebody up.
Cooper Paul finds a lane, but he gets blocked by Morrissey.
McCarthy out of nowhere.
Joe McCarthy, very alert. Oh, an elbow and to the head, and the person goes to the ground. Muccioli's fortunate he didn't get called.
And a foul at the other end, and Mignol must be crazy about this.
Oh, I don't even want to look.
I know.
He's a bit on the court. You know,
I don't know. Gotta be careful. Gotta be careful. You don't want him to get a T.
That elbow, you know, sometimes
I didn't see the elbow. I was watching the play down here. I didn't see the elbow.
I'll have
to take a look at the broadcast to see that.
I have to think that the official didn't have a good angle on that.
Well, I mean, Muccioli's been called for that twice already in this game. So you've got to figure that the chances are he could be called for the 3rd time. Ironically, he's not. And he goes to the line.
I got to give the benefit of the doubt for the official. They might have saw some embellishment, but I didn't see any embellishment. I thought I saw contact. And so he came down court and he got the foul. So his team, you got to fix the scoreboard.
Fix the scoreboard, yeah.
It's going wild right now.
44-42.
I hope that's right. They were just ticking back and forth. 44-42 for the home team with the basketball.
44-43.
Calmly does his job at the foul line.
Now it's a 1-point game, John. 44-43.
2.5 minutes left. Joe McCarthy, the big shot taker, to Bradley Holler shoots it, and it goes.
Holler had the open jumper, and he wasn't going to hesitate.
Holler,
4 points.
Makes his fans scream with excitement as he hits the 2.
2:19 to play. 3-point Guertin lead. Notice one thing South doesn't do, John. They don't take threes.
Mike Dunham with it.
You know, maybe Muccioli once in a while, but not in this game.
That's a 2 and misses to the left. Morrissey with the putback gets fouled and will go to the line.
They're calling it tight inside now. They weren't calling it this tight inside early in the game. Now they're calling it.
Joe McCarthy's second.
Yeah, what Guertin has to do there, they've got to box out and prevent that offensive rebound.
Key free throws here, to say the least, with 2 minutes left and trailing by 3. Morrissey
with 3 points, and now he's got 4.
Makes it a one-possession game. Already was.
I don't know the numbers,
44.
but I haven't seen South miss from the line yet. Have you?
No, great form. Perfect. 1-point game. BG leads. 2 minutes exactly remaining. Guertin with the 1-point lead in the basketball. Joe McCarthy being guarded closely by Morrissey. He knows that McCarthy is going to launch from 3 if he gets loose. Joe backs it out. Morrissey all over him.
Yeah, dribbled himself into a corner.
Toscano into the corner to
Chartrand. For a
Chartrand.
cutter, and Toscano cut. But unfortunately, Chartrand didn't see him.
Cooper Paul. Muccioli nearly stole it away from Toscano.
Good defense by South.
1:25 left. No shot clock.
Oh, there's the cut by McCarthy, and I want a block.
Morrissey with the clean block. Here comes Muccioli. Bounce pass. Mike Dunham off the glass and in. And Nashua South has taken a 47-46 lead with 1:10 left.
Boy, McCarthy with a speedy cut to try to make the layup, the block, and it comes down the other way. Boy, I would have bet the house on that layup, and what a block by Morrissey, and all the way down. Boy, South, tough team. They're tough.
And
they
to do
are
it cleanly, Tom. Morrissey with the clean block didn't commit a foul.
Well, you know what? McCarthy's got that long reach, so he doesn't do a lot of close bodies. So you can reach out and swat the ball away. He hangs that ball out there on a play like that. Swat the ball away and then down the other way. And South with Morrissey, Preston, Dunham, they're all tough inside.
Yeah, mentally tough.
Yeah,
too.
very mentally tough. And again, John, we talked about the tempo. If this game is in the 50s, South has the better odds to win the game. The lower the score, the better chance they have. The score is 47-46. It's not by accident.
It's not by accident that Coach Mignol's a little bit upset. He's got a lot of offensive firepower down there that he hasn't really seen tonight.
Well, you got to give South, that's good.
The defense,
good defense by
they
South.
do.
You got to give them credit. They're playing great defense.
Will Joe McCarthy show up here?
To me is, Nate's never had. He's had a glamour. He had some athletes back in 2000 when he won it. He's when he beat Guertin in the finals. When he coached the unified Nashua team. This is more like his type of team. Gritty, grindy, tough players.
There's a minute left, Tom.
They only scored 46 in the North game.
And BG trails by a point with the basketball. The home team's crowd being drowned out by
Here's the stomping. Now I hear the stomping.
Joe McCarthy's going to take it. No good. Tavares with the rebound. 50 seconds remaining. It's still only a 1-point game, a 1-point lead for South.
Brought the crowd to its feet, the Guertin crowd to its feet.
Muccioli, a good free throw shooter. Did he want to foul him?
Holler gets called for the foul, and Tim Mignol is just furious. Holler was saying, I was just trying to play defense, coach.
He's with Holler, and he's getting hollered at.
Oh,
He's furious with Holler, not the official. That was clearly a foul, though, Tom, right?
Clearly a foul, but Holler's trying to play good defense. It's tough in that situation. Muccioli deadly from the line.
I think Coach Mignol's upset that he he thought that Muccioli was so backed up to the midcourt line that he might commit a backcourt violation.
See, you got Muccioli at the line in a close game. The Guertin crowd right over there start yelling. Yelling while he's shooting.
Well, he missed one, right?
He missed one already. He hits the second one.
Okay, so it's a 2-point lead. Bishop Guertin with the basketball, trailing by 2. 35 seconds left.
Muccioli with 10 points, and a pass goes out of bounds as one who's quick to the basketball doesn't go after the pass, and it goes out of bounds. Big turnover there.
Jeff Lund's going to get taken out, and he just miscommunicated there.
I think
apparently.
Guertin needs Kesty back in the game, John. I really like Kesty is quick, he's athletic, He's gritty. They need to match South's grit a little bit.
Jump ball arrow.
It's Guertin's ball. Now McCarthy's angry. What's going on here? They call a foul, I think.
Wow, there is so much gesticulating and yelling, and I can't.
Timeout, South. No, I see. South called time.
Okay, so instead of being a jump ball, South called time with
I
possession.
believe that's the call.
29 seconds remain in the game, and it's a 48-46 lead for the visitors from Nashua South. From what we understand, they've got possession coming out of their own end, and 29 seconds to kill off to win. And this gym has gotten Tom King type of noisy.
Finally.
Yeah.
You know? Tell you what, the South crowd's outdoing the Guertin crowd. I haven't seen that in a while.
In the last 5 minutes.
No doubt about it. They're outdoing them. In fact, they're asking the Guertin crowd, why so quiet?
Muccioli double team,
oh,
stolen. It doesn't go for Haller. 23 seconds to go. Cooper, Paul with it. To the corner, Haller, long three, in and out. Oh, agony for the Bishop Guertin crowd. How deep did that go in the cylinder before it came back out?
Unbelievable. Oh my
two
goodness.
Shots in a row like
Haller
that.
just had the shot go down and come right back out. 14 and a half seconds to play. South will go to the line.
Here comes Logan.
They can probably seal the deal here with 2 free throws.
Logan Kesty's going to check in. 15 seconds to go. Who's at the line for South? Yordi?
Going to be Tavares.
Yordi Tavares is at the line.
Which is fitting because his play in the second half, he's got 10 points, all in the second half.
How much did the Bishop Guertin crowd want to see that ball go through?
My.
It was a good-looking shot.
And that's a good-looking free throw by Tavares.
And this one could be a dagger here. Not out of the question that BG could score and then foul and get the ball back again with 15 seconds left. But this is a big free throw by Tavares. Leading by 3. Could put his team up by 4.
Oh!
Rebound. Timeout, Bishop Guertin.
So now, coach, what do you do here? You go for the 3?
He didn't want the timeout yet.
You go for the 3, or do you get the quick 2 and then play D and maybe foul and force the, because it's a 1-possession game now, but it's got to be a 3-pointer. 13 and a half seconds left. I'd go for the quick 2 and then foul. But don't forget, when you call time, this isn't the NBA. You don't get the ball at half court. Get the ball back where you call time. You know, so.
For me, I guess I'm going to try to set up McCarthy for a quick 3 and crash the boards.
He's been cold.
Try for a put back for 2 and then foul if he misses.
Yeah, that's probably the way to go. Let's see. Minalt is setting up a play right now.
As we look through the lens of Frank Wallent's camera.
Frank's got the angle because people are standing up.
No, he's over here with Nashua South right now.
Yeah, with Nate Mazerall. And Mazerall is telling his player, okay, look, they may try to spread the floor for a 3. One thing you don't want to do, if Guertin takes a 3, don't foul the shooter.
Right.
3 free throws.
Yeah. For an early January game, this one heated up pretty quick here in the waning minutes.
Sure did. But again, tempo is everything. 49-46, South with the lead. The score is low. It's in their favor. Guertin's going to have to go all the way down the floor. I think.
Did you say temper is everything or tempo?
Yeah, tempo.
Tempo. Okay. Inbounded.
Gotta hurry.
13 seconds.
Gotta hurry.
Toscano. 10 seconds.
Now they're going to have to go for
Cooper
3.
Paul.
McCarthy's going to have to take
5 seconds.
He's going to take it.
Long 3.
Nope.
No good.
That's
Rebound.
That's
Cody Wyatt. Ball
South
game.
comes out of this one with a 49-46 win. Their tempo, and finally it became their game.
Yeah.
You know?
Wow, if you told me this game was only going to be in the 40s, I would say
after the
bad
first
game
quarter,
for Bishop Guertin. They usually score in the 70s.
Right. After the first quarter, you knew that the tempo was going to be south.
As we watch the handshake line in front of us, there will be more basketball to be played by these two teams later in the season. But it's score one for Nashua South, a hard-fought game.
We'd love to see these two again.
Yes, sir. Final score you got there?
49-46 in favor of Nashua South over Bishop Guertin. That'll do it for John Collins. I'm Tom King. Frank Wallen on camera. Our executive producer is Pete Johnson. Got a lot of games scheduled this winter here on Nashua's ETV, so we'll see you down the road. Good night, everybody, from the Collegiate Bishop Guertin High School.